Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Always, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode Skyblock. In the last episode, we were working on various things. So we were working on getting Wyvern Armor so that, well, once we have a little bit of courage, we can go through there and go to the Eldritch Dimension, and of course defeat the boss and all that kind of stuff, and have decently good armor to do that. So we were working on that last time, and I've continued kind of processing everything. I've got pretty much everything ready. We just need to upgrade our nanosuit boots, and we need to turn these wyvern cores into energy cores, and we will be good to go. So that is the plan for today. I had a lot of issues between episodes, which is why this cable is kind of doing its thing over here. I think we can go ahead and remove that, put it back here, and connect it up, and all that kind of fun stuff. And I think we can turn that off so that this guy can start running again. But basically, I ran out of uranium fuel rods in all of the reactors, and these machines weren't powered enough to actually do anything. So yeah, that was fun. Running low on power, that is currently slowly increasing. Might want to go check to see if there's anything going on. I have a feeling that there is. There's so many issues I need to kind of clean up and fix. One of them is this farm, which is doing fine, other than the fact that the cyclic assemblers like to fill up, and I'm not entirely sure how to fix that. Haven't really thought of any clever ideas to do, but this is probably, yep, full of beans. So really don't know how to fix that. Other than just, what am I doing? Why am I doing a single click? But other than just kind of coming over here every once in a while and manually fixing it, because it will get full of one or the other. I guess I could have another filter and put two small chests in front of here, and then put those and route them into there with item transfer nodes. But I don't know. So I'm just gonna kind of keep an eye on that, and the biggest thing I can do is just check every once in a while not only the power, but how much of the extreme chili we have available to us, because we should always have pretty much a full barrel. If I see that it's not going up, then I know we need to go clear out the clog. So that is what it is. So with that, the other thing that I need to kind of figure out is how to fix the wither. That I believe is a timing issue, but I don't really know what to do about it either. So just some things I'm gonna have to deal with. But been steadily working on bee stuff as well. But today we are going to finish up the armor. We're going to make a new sword, and you'll see why soon enough. And then we're going to completely ignore the Eldritch Dimension and work on blood magic. Because, well, there's no reason for us to go to the Eldritch Dimension yet. The Eldritch Dimension will give us a Primordial Pearl, which we're going to need 4 of them. At least 4. I think that's about it, but we're going to need at least 4. But here's the thing. To get Primordial Pearls, we have to defeat the boss in the Eldritch Dimension. Now we have 2 options. We can go there. I do want to... I am going to take, when we do go through the Eldritch Dimension, I am going to take a soul vial, just on the off chance that we can pick up the boss, come back here and summon it in and kill it like regularly. That would be really cool. I doubt that it's going to happen. But we'd have to kill a boss, and that gives us a Primordial Pearl. Gives us 1. And in order to get more, we have 2 options. We can either go really, really far away, like 1,000 blocks, do the same thing, clear out the dungeon again, and all that fun stuff. Or if we look at the Primordial Pearl, we can duplicate them with crystal clusters and a ton of a million LP. That's a lot better. I'd rather do that, but the crystal clusters, in order to make those, we need to summon demons. So we're going to start working towards that today. Now, we need to make these into energy cores, which requires 720 millibuckets of a lot of stuff. So let's pick this up, and eventually what we'll do is we'll have multiple smelteries. I think that'll be the smartest way to handle this, but let's just do that. And get all of these that we can. So we're going to work on that. And then the last thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and make the quantum suit boots. So in order to do that, we just need 2 iridium reinforced plates. And the question is, we need 8 iridium. Well, we should be able to handle that. There is a ton, and I actually mean a ton of UU matter in there. So let's repeat run that for a little bit. And should work out pretty nicely. So that is cool. They're both full. This guy should be continue making why is it putting empty fuel rods there? So it's ore washing and everything. Those don't go there. Why is it doing that? That is really weird. But whatever. We'll put that there. I will come back and check that in a little bit. Anyways, so yeah, we have the iridium. We should be able to get all of that. So there's the first one. We just need to wait on the rest of it. So what are we going to be doing today? Well, in order to get the demons so that we can make the crystal clusters and all that kind of fun stuff, we need to start looking into alchemy. Specifically the alchemic chemistry set. There is a full set of things to go with that, and it's going to require us to make bell jars, as well as the calcinator, which requires more stuff. That actually isn't too bad, and it's going to be a lot of work. So let's get started on it. First things first, we do need a calcinator, which means we are going to need 2 imbued slates, which we have none. So let's go ahead and turn this off. We're going to have to do some blood magic work, but put the imbued slates there. And let's go grab some, oh, what are they called? Oh, arcane stone blocks. And eventually we might set this up to be a little bit more automatic. But I don't know. That seems like a lot of work. But let's just go ahead. I do need to upgrade this altar, so that's something I will try to do between episodes, but we shouldn't have to do too much blood work today. At least that's the hope. Let's just throw all that stuff in there. I don't know why I'm picking up before the vacuum hopper, but I am. So, yeah, we'll come back over here every once in a while. I want to go ahead and sleep so the bees can do their thing. And we'll continue making everything we need for the armor. So we're going to run out of redstone. So let's grab a block of redstone, and we're going to let this start getting crucibled. We'll come back to that in just a little bit. And I think it's actually going to use all of that. So let's just pick that up. And we'll grab all the redstone from that. So I'll let that kind of just process. Let's see, what else are we going to need? We can go ahead and make some of this armor. So the armor is all set up the same way. It requires an energy core on the bottom. It requires 2 draconium blocks. Requires 2 wyvern cores there. 2 mana dust, like so. And then diamond ore, which we were able to get pretty easily at the top. And then the quantum suit stuff, so helmet gives us the wyvern helmet. There's the chest plate. And then we'll get the leggings and everything else as we get more stuff. I had exactly enough. That is somewhat surprising. Alright, so there is the leggings. And we still need to charge all this stuff up. But while we're kind of waiting around, and while this is actually empty, I want to make a new sword. We're going to use Manualin, just like before, because that's one of the... Actually, we used Shiny. You know what? Let's do Shiny as well. Is that going to be the best sword, blade, 1.5? So Manualin is 2, Shiny is 2.5, so yeah. Shiny's the best. Should just be 1 ingot. And we'll get the rest of the stuff here in a second. So, what we need to do is we need to make a new sword, and we're not going to make a standard sword. We're actually going to make a rapier. And the reason being is it is armor piercing. It's a little bit faster attack as well. And that's the main things we're going to want. We don't want high attack because the Thaumcraft bosses are weird. They like to... well, they get mad if you hit them too hard, basically. And so... Why do I hear spiders? Why are there spiders up here? Where could the spiders... Oh, on the edges. So there's spiders clogging up things a little bit. Let's turn the light on. There is a spider. Okay, so the spider can see us. Break this. I'm going to turn the fan off so he can come over here. Hopefully. He's trying anyways. Let's turn this fan off as well. There we go. So to fix that, all we'd really have to do is get in there and move some stuff around. Put some more slabs. Should not be too much of an issue. I'm going to turn that off. We have plenty of immune slates, so we just need 2. And that is that for well, that. So let's grab our redstone so that we can continue working on this. We'll make our sword, blade. We will throw the core in there, smack this just a little bit, and do that. So once that is done, we'll have pretty much everything we need. The last thing we'll need is, well, that. We'll do single run, and that is pretty much it. So put that in there. Iridium plates. We need 2 of these. Should be crafted immediately. And there is the quantum suit boots. And we'll have what we need. So let's go ahead and fix this. So we need just some slabs. And what we can do, and what the problem is we need to block these. So doing that should be good enough. There should be no two opening squares, although there is all of this stuff. So spiders could spawn there, but I doubt that they would. It's kind of just unlucky. It's mostly because we got too far away. But that should help a little bit. And of course they're gonna fight the conveyor belts and all that kind of stuff. But that's fine. We can live with that. All right. So for the rest of the stuff, let's just go ahead and store the blood into our LP network. And I guess for the time being, let's go ahead and grab. I want to make sure this is actually doing what it should be doing. It's making a stack of those. Why is it making a stack of those? There's gotta be something wrong. I really don't know what right now. That's something I'll have to look into as well. Because the system should be... It's crafting those. It doesn't know about them. So I guess let's go ahead and put them into the system. And like, I think what it is this guy not connected very well? I don't know. Anyways, that should have fixed a lot of things. Yeah, so it now knows about them all and is now making the fuel rods. Cool. So hopefully that works. I don't know what to do about that. I might look into that as well. There's just a ton of stuff. Anyways, let's make the last of the Wyvern Armor. So there's that. We'll drain that out. And can we get a drum? Let's go ahead and make the boots. Once we get a drum, what we're going to do is we're going to fill that up with redstone. And then we'll eventually just use drums. So what we're going to do is we're going to make another smeltery at some point to automate the crafting of all of the energy cores, because they require the same things. So it's just going to be a small smeltery. And what we could actually probably do is we don't even need to use a smeltery. We can just use a casting table. I realize that. We can just use a casting table because that'll work just as well. So let's pick this guy up, and we're just going to use a thing from here on out. So put that on top, drain everything in there, and we don't need that guy anymore. Cool. So we have the sword blade, we have the armor. We need to start charging up this armor, which I guess will have to be here. That'll take a little bit of time, but we can do 2 pieces at once, which is fine. So let's grab, let's see, to make a rapier, we're going to need, not the wide guard, we're going to need a different guard. Is it the crossbar? Yes, it is a crossbar. So we use that. And we want something that's going to be fast, but I don't think it really matters. So let's use some thaumium. Craft me like 10 of that. So we'll get rid of the sword for now. And let's go ahead and start making all the crystal stuff for what we need with alchemy. Now, in order to summon the demon invasion, as it's lovingly called, we're going to need a lot of stuff. First of all, we are going to need, it's called the Convocation of the Damned. It requires a ton of ritual stones, 128. It also requires 15 million LP. Um, that's a lot. So I'm gonna be grinding out this. Probably want to get some. So let's look at the divination sigil. We have 35,000. We need 15 million. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. And then 8 bell jars full of different alchemical resources. So that is what we're gonna start working on. Let's go ahead and sleep real quick, and then we'll get to work on that. And this is going to be a lot of off-camera stuff because I'm not going to set up any automatic stuff with it. I'm just going to do it manually. But let's get a piece of thaumium. Can we not use... Let's see, crossbar. We can make it, but we have to make it in the, no, we can't make a thaumium. If we want to make any of these, we've got to use stuff. So what do we want to make this out of? Because we could use obsidian. Obsidian, might as well. And then we can just go ahead and what do we want to make the tool rod out of? Manual would be good. Alamite would be good. Cobalt might be the best. So there is a metal press. So if we get... Okay, let's make the metal press. Just to make things a little bit easier. So we take an obsidian tool rod. And... metal press. We just need steel plates times 4, which should not take too long to make. And we'll go ahead and do that just so we can make various... We could make cobalt tool rods, which aren't really used for much else. But that's fine. Or, you know, we could just come over here and check to see if we have tool rod cast, and we do. And let's just make a cobalt tool rod out of that. Because I think that'll be easier. So we'll put that in there. And forget about the metal press. So that will cook up. Could we make a thaumium tool rod? I think all of these are disabled, so yeah, we can't make thaumic items, which is fine. That's kind of whatever. Anyways, is our armor charged up? It is. It is fairly low charge, but it is still charged, and we can upgrade it later if we want to. But yeah, so basically, we now have really good armor. And there is a button, is it V? What is the control? C. And we can look at the inventory of the item. We can enchant it with books. That's about all we can do with Wyvern. So later we're going to be able to upgrade it and do all sorts of really cool stuff. We'll worry about that later. But for now, just kind of know that it exists. So is the cobalt melted? It is. We're going to make 2 tool rods. And then an ingot. Cool. So that should give us our amazing new sword. And it does 2.5 hearts. That seems low. I mean, obviously we can upgrade that, but it will pierce through stuff. So we'll kind of see how we like it. We have other stuff as well, but new sword. So let's get back to this stuff. In order to get into the alchemy stuff of blood magic, you need to have the alchemic calcinator, which requires these cracked runic plates as well as strengthened catalyst. Now we have some of this stuff, so I actually want to move this, and I'll clear that out later. I want to move this over here, and let's go get another chest so that we can have all of our alchemy stuff kind of in one spot. Diamond chest is fine, doesn't really matter much to me. And we're going to need to do this for a lot of different things, so let's start looking at all of it. We are going to need all of this stuff. Would be good to have anyways. So let's store things like so. And yeah, that'll be fine. Simple catalyst, strengthened, condensed, all the catalysts can go up there. And I don't know what all we're going to need for this, but we'll have plenty of stuff for whatever. Alright, so first things first, we need to make the alchemic calcinator, which requires a strengthened catalyst and 2 cracked plates. Cracked plates require the 2 imbued and a concentrated. So concentrated, and what was this one? Strengthened. We're gonna need a strengthened. Alright, so the orb goes in there. These guys go here. Concentrated, and it's working. So that is the first thing. So we get the cracked runic plates. Let's go get another workbench. Or crafting table? Yeah, crafting table. And will that connect to that inventory? No. Perfect. Alright, so then we just need to make this guy. So we need some cobblestone and glass. So a little bit of cobblestone, which I have already on me, and glass. We're going to need a decent amount of glass, so let's just take a bit, as well as some wood. Alright, so these are just kind of basic things, but we're going to want this alchemic calcinator. And this guy we'll put right here. So this is what's going to melt down the specific alchemy ingredients into the pure stuff. Now, in order to collect it, we're going to need a crystal bell jar. We're going to need 8 of these, so we're going to need 8 concentrated catalysts. Let's just start with 3. And let's make some bell jars. So, actually, let's just start with 2. So we're going to need 8 in total. And this isn't going to be too terrible to do. But let's go ahead and just set these guys like so. And we'll get to that in a second. So the next thing that we're going to need is we need the alchemic router. So this is going to allow us to actually move things. Or to get that, we're going to need some quartz. So I think it was 6. Let's just make 1, 2 quartz rods. And we're going to need some stone. As well as a stick. But we can get that as well. Cool. So that should be everything we need for the alchemic router. Now this... Okay, I accidentally only grabbed 1 stone. So the alchemic router is what is required to move the liquid alchemy stuff What is it? What do they call it? This happens sometimes. What do they call it? The reagents? Oh, it happens because of this. So, solid reagent, yeah. That's what it's called. We'll keep our armor off for right now. I need a strengthen catalyst. That's what I was missing. Alright, so there is the alchemic router. So that allows us to say, take this solid reagent and put it into one of the bell jars as we need it. So the last thing we need to kind of look at, so that is all the ingredients to do this. Now we need the actual stuff. So this is where things are going to get a little bit more, well, expensive. So we need very specific alchemy reagents in order to do this, to successfully do the convocation of the dam and make the demon portal that they're going to come flooding through, and then we kill them a lot and it'll be great. And in order to see that, we need to go to the rituals and look at the convocation. And so we need Incendium, Aquilus. So Incendium, Aqua Salus, Aqua Salus, Terra, Aether, Aether, which we've made that before, Tenebra, Sanctus, Magicalis, and Potentia. So this stuff, Sanctum, Sanctus, is it Sanctus or okay? Sanctus, Magicalis, and Potentia. Was it Potentia? Yes. Potentia. So, a lot of different things. Now, there is one on here that we don't need. So, you have Terra, and then you also have Orbis Terra. We don't need Orbis Terra, which just requires Terra. So, let's take a look at one of the simpler ones, Magicalis, which is simple catalyst, redstone, gunpowder, and 2 glowstones. So simple catalyst, redstone, gunpowder, and 2 glowstones. Now we need to fill these guys up. They take 16,000 stuff. Now the question is, how much does each one give? And we actually want to turn this back on so that we can get more blood into our system and all that kind of fun stuff. So we have the Magicalis. Now we need another blood orb. I actually don't know if it matters what kind, but we put the Magicalis in there, and we can feed it a blood orb, and that will actually power it. So if we look at this with a divination sigil, it will tell us how much Magicalis. So 1 gives you 1,000. And what we need to do is we need to shift right click this. Now this is attuned to Magicalis. We right click this, right click this. And now that has Magicalis. So we need a lot more. So if we look at that, that has 1,000. This has nothing. So what we need to do is we need 16 of each of these things. So Magicalis, we're gonna need more simple catalysts, which is redstone, sugar, glowstone, all that fun stuff. What is duplicated? redstone. Alright, so we'll do this. Sugar, glowstone, gunpowder. So a lot of this is going to be just kind of tedious crafting, whatnot. But I want to get all the ingredients together so I can show you guys. So we did Magicalis. I'll need to make 15 of those. We need Incendium, which is lava buckets, blaze powder, and simple catalyst with netherrack. So we're going to need 16 netherrack. Let's just do that. We're also going to need a lot more redstone. Gonna be honest. We're going to need a lot of redstone. I might go ahead and make a stack of simple catalysts. Now, all of this stuff does not cost too much. The simple catalyst, for example, is like all of a 200, I think. But we're going to need a lot of stuff. So, just kind of going through each and everything, we will get there. Now, let's take a look at all the stuff and see if there's anything too terrible that we need to kind of look at before we call the episode. So, Sanctum, glowstone, gold, glass, simple catalyst, aether, feathers, gas tiers. Gas tiers is going to be a pain. How many gas tiers do we have? We have 209. Wait, what am I talking about? We have a gas that we can spawn. Never mind. Aquilus, ink sacs. Ooh. We don't have any ink sacs. Huh. So here's a question. Do we have a squid in a container? Enderman, bat, hellhound, pink slime, blitz, skeleton gas, blizz, slimes. No, we do not. So I will tell you guys what, because I often see squids over here in our water wheels. I will kind of hang around. Squids, I gotta remember, I think the guide actually tells you tips, mob farms. Squids below 64. So they would spawn here regardless. So I just need to get a squid to spawn. And we can take a safari net and capture one. And then we can just spawn him in there, and he'll die a lot. We'll get all of our ink sacs, and we'll be good. So this stuff is still processing, all that kind of stuff. Alright, so Tenebra is coal, obsidian, clay. That's easy. Potentia, lapis, quartz. Okay. So none of these, strength and catalyst is a little bit of a pain, but that's not too bad. So none of these are particularly difficult. So what I get to do, and I'm going to do this up between episodes because it's going to be a while. But what I get to do is basically process all of this stuff. And by the way, the orb is underneath. It just acts as a catalyst. That's it. And yeah, I will kind of take care of all the stuff between episodes, and I don't know that we're going to continue working with blood magic next time. I think we might go into the Eldritch Dimension just for a little bit of change, but then again, maybe the bees will be done and we'll work on that some more. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff to do. There's a lot of different things to do, and we've got a lot of work to do, so we'll kind of just bounce around as we see fit. But anyways, I think that is going to be it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We didn't get too much done, but we got started into the alchemy of blood magic. I really need to go through and make more sacrifice runes. That would be good. Have all of these to be sacrifice runes and clean up everything else just a little bit and whatnot. So I've got work to do. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!